It doesn't look like you're giving me a choice in the matter. Taijo, you're still alive. My God, where have you been? Taijo, you can't just disappear like some of those people. If you show up in the room, you gotta talk. Caught up in work and bullshit. Yep. Panther R, what's going on? Oh, Panther R, yeah, it is Panther R. Taijo, you disappeared for ridiculous. Hey, thanks for the 50 likes, man. You disappeared for... When is the last time I seen you on YouNow, Taijo? A year ago? How long ago? How long has it been since you've been on YouNow, Taijo? I'm number 1 on Ice Cold Chill. That's how you get number 1. You just make up a bullshit hashtag. So, how are you doing, Taijo? How are you doing, Panther? Oh man, my phone's telling me to go to bed. Yeah, I'm not talking about it. I just did a broadcast with her. And anyway, I'm going to change the subject. You're saying just 2 months ago? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's last year. That was back in July, dude. Baby girl. 1, 2, 3, Haley. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I went and visited July. There was a whole fiasco August, September, I guess. And then that's it. And I kind of disappeared for a while, and I tried to come back a couple times. And what do you see, Taijo? I'm looking at my laptop, and my face is nothing but a white blur. And then I look at my TV, and I do see color, even though my face isn't a white blur. It's not a lot of color either. So you just see a white blur too? So my TV is so good at adjusting color that it makes me think that I'm broadcasting good. I need to fix that. Is my face just a white blur with 2 eyes floating in the air? Is it that bad? You said bright though. And all I have on is a kitchen light. I'm asking you, dude, because if my laptop shows one thing and my TV shows another thing, then I can either... Let me see what happens. Let me turn my... I figured with no light it would suck, but let me see what happens. I can turn this light down. It looks better on my TV, that's for sure. How's that? I just turned that light down. I mean, I can turn that thing off, but I assumed I needed sunlight. I mean, I ran up my electric bill using that stupid 500 watt thing thinking I need light. Taijo, I just turned my light down. Is it better or no? Taijo! Can you hear me? Is it a lot better? Is it still bright? Is there color? Is it too dark? I need to know. Because obviously I cannot tell. Zoe? Are you talking about Zoe? I just talked to her like 2 nights ago. Didn't you see didn't you see the guest on my wall? Yeah, I know. I gotta get some shit done. Like I said, I'm like an emotional roller coaster tonight. I wish I could see what I look like on people's screens. Because I don't like what the laptop is. Late as fuck. Rascal Zombie Juice. That's a cool name. I like the whole LTAF gang. Family. Whatever they call themselves. LTAF. Late as fuck. Loving it. Tyja, don't fuck with me. All this time, you're making it like you cannot, will not. Are you serious? I'm gonna guest you. Can I guest you? Oh God, Tyjo. I guess I'm glad you quit drinking for being arrested for DUI than hearing about some car accident in the news or something where you're in a coma or something. Or worse. Because it would kill you if you kept at it. It'd be either a car accident or be in a coma or you'd be I'm glad it's a wake-up call. Can you guess tonight? Because that's the only thing that's going to wake me up back to energy is to guest with someone. My energies are kind of... I like to guest you sober. B-Man. Glad to see he's broadcasting again. Damn, Tyjo, that rocks. Yeah, man. I'm very proud of you. That's crazy. Spent a good time of my life watching people kill themselves with alcohol and drugs, and most of them were basically didn't give a fuck, what other people thought. And some of them would act like they were considering it but didn't try. And when you see somebody destroying their life like that, you want to just reach in and just make something change. I wish this thing would quit notifying me of every person who broadcast. I need to find a way to turn that. Oh, you know what? I saw a little... Next time that does that, I'm going to see if I can turn that back off. So, how are you doing then, sober? Because, you had to get sober. But on the other hand, you said it was a wake-up call. And when you're drinking, you're acting like there's no way you could quit. So... How are you doing? I feel like I'm living in a vacuum. I can't believe I don't drink or have drug problems myself. Because every person I try and get close to. I mean, I know some people have real bad coping skills and they use the alcohol or drugs to kind of say that it helps their depression when actually alcohol causes depression and can like make it worse. And so not being a mental health professional, not having a degree in psychology, you can only hope that if somebody stops drinking, that, they won't suddenly have, start saying they have more depression problems. But I had a feeling about you that your drinking was causing more depression than helping, and that you would actually become aware of it if you could stop drinking. And I was kind of hoping that you would. Gosh, all this good news and nobody in the room with us. It's so weird. I have over 200 fans, and maybe you or Zoe or, somebody who knows me will come in, talk to me for a few minutes. I mean, I know the people who are partnered and stuff, who have 50 to 300 people in their room. They've been on here for a long time, and they've had YouTube channels and all that, and I guess that's what everyone tells me. So I don't expect to have 300 people in the room, but to just basically have people to stop by and say hi, it feels like a pity party, like... So you're actually giving life a try. Real life, real sober, awake life. So, I mean, a lot of the things I told you before about meditation stuff, unfortunately, if people like alter their brain too much with too much alcohol or drugs, it's really hard to use meditation to try and get peace of mind because your mind's always altered. But if you actually quit drinking and you're not doing any drugs, then, you could try and do meditation and try and deal with whatever the issues were that caused you the problem in the first place and get your energy straight and get a peace of mind better, But it sounds like you have a lot less depression than you had before. So it sounds like you got your energies balanced a lot more than you had before. Oh my gosh. That caffeine is about to kick in and give me a migraine. This is why I try and avoid caffeine. No other drugs or alcohol. I'm really proud of you, man. Let's see. Oh, I was going to say, is this thing really saying I've only broadcast for 15 minutes? But then I had ended the last broadcast because I was... Sometimes if I go in guys or whatever, I get more bothered by just sitting in the room broadcasting by myself. But if I go to Ice Cold Chill, I try and like just chill out, like who gives a fuck, So just herbal medicine, the green, yeah. And unless, except for people who have like all kinds of serious mental issues, like some people with schizophrenia, I think, have problems with marijuana, but most people who don't have like any serious issues can possibly benefit from it in short-term use. But I mean, you gotta use it as a healing herb and understand that it's your energy that you're touching. And if you don't ever try and identify that energy with yourself and give all the credit to the green, then that's even though it's not physically dependent, if somebody's going to smoke it once a week and then every day and so on, and just do it for years and years at a time, at some point the use can get extreme to the point where it's not benefiting someone. What time is it? 1 in the morning. Sam A is watching, I think. So, just working, Taijo? Just work and sleep? You don't really do anything else? I mean, going to the movies isn't the same as, camping or hiking or hang gliding. But I had to get out of the house. I can't just stay in the house. And my neighbor, who's not happy with her husband, is constantly trying to get with me, and I went to the park with her just to hang out. It's a really weird situation. I get along with her because she's learned not to bring up religion and stuff, and I get along with her kids, so I'm sure she's struggling to pay bills and shit, and probably is thinking it'd be nice to have somebody who is not crazy, who gets along with her, gets along with her kids. But the problem is that kind of thing is like a job application where, even if you're not interested or attracted to the person, they decide that they have a job opening for a man of the house, and basically they're just attracted enough to you because they themselves have low self-esteem and don't think that they're attractive or whatever. If they could get the hottest guy in the world, they wouldn't be talking to me. Plus, they need certain things. They need to pay their bills. They need to help. It's hard to raise kids on your own. And so it's just sort of like, even if we are not compatible and they're a different religion than me and got a big deal about it, even if I'm not really attracted to them, but I don't want to sit there and be an asshole about it, because they have the job opening, wanted boyfriend, husband, whatever it is, some of them will just come at you. And that's kind of how I feel sometimes about it. Like, I don't see girls that I find a little bit attractive or a lot attractive noticing, even if they notice I'm a nice guy, they're not like pushing me to help them as a single mother. But if I find them so unattractive that like almost nobody does, then they figure since I'm a nice guy that I'm just going to get with them to take care of them, even if we don't have anything in common. Kitty Fantastic, that's a cool name. Of course, I like anybody who likes cats, so, which I presume. How you doing, Kitty? Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I had to say that, I just saw that A Wrinkle in Time is coming out as a movie. I'm getting a little psyched up for that because the first name, Cat, your nickname is Catty. So, Kitty Fantastic is Catty, like, I forgot what Catty means. Kathy? Katie. Cat. I'm going to call you Kit Kat. Because you have Kitty Fantastic. You said your nickname is Cat. So I'm going to combine Kitty, Cat, and I'm just going to call you Kit Kat. Pronounced like Katie, spelled with a Y. I'm going to call you Kit Kat sometimes. Just to see if people like in my broadcast will come in and be like, who the hell is he calling Kit Kat? Why is he calling Kitty Fantastic Kit Kat? Kit Kat is like one of my favorite because, when it comes to candy, because I try not to eat candy at all. And Kit Kat is one of those that you can eat a really small amount because it comes in those little bars that you can separate. I mean, if you want to portion something that tastes good, Kit Kats are cool for that. I go for the Reese's cup and I feel like I'm like trying to commit a heart attack on purpose. So, Kitty Cat, have you seen Black Panther? Because I just saw it. Yeah, I just saw that movie tonight. Did I just freeze? Yeah, thank goodness it was good. I was like, I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know if it was going to be like really good. Now I went Friday, and when I went to the theater, thank you for becoming a fan. When I went to the theater, first of all, I heard all this stuff on Twitter and all these different places like, you have to love this movie, and if you don't, like, if you don't give this movie 100% and say it's the greatest fucking movie ever, then that makes you a racist. And I was like, oh my god, that's ridiculous, because I love movies, and if I go watch a movie, I'm going to say what I think, and it's ridiculous to think that that you would have to go through that shit, whether I didn't know how much I was going to like it. I knew it was a Marvel movie, so I knew I was going to probably like it. I've never seen a Marvel movie that I just can't ever watch. It was a pleasure meeting you too. Thanks for becoming a fan. Hopefully I'll see you again. As Kit Kat is a hit and run tonight. Tyjo, did you hit and run me, or are you still there? God, I can't breathe tonight. That's cool, Kit Kat. Or I'm going to call you Kit. If I keep calling you Kit Kat, then I'll never call you Katie. I like Kit Kat so much I become a little OCD about it. Compulsive obsessive, because you said it was okay. Taiji, you still in here? I have to eat these nasty ass cough drops if I'm going to even breathe enough to broadcast. Kit Kat. Kit Kat is in the room! Here, kitty kitty. I'm just a cat person. So I'm gonna be all about that. Bye, you have a good night. At least I didn't call you Pussycat. And get banned on YouNow for making pussycat jokes. They'd be knocking me off the screen. Then people might think that we know each other a lot more than we do. Then you'd be like, the fuck if I'm going in his broadcast? Alright. Do you know that joke was just in the back of my head the whole time, though? But you have a good night. I had to say what I was thinking, because I didn't know when I would see you in the broadcast again. Yep. I don't feel so bad about it now. Alright, let's see if I can get this to quit notifying me. Notification settings. It's freezing. Damn, how many is it gonna open? Okay. Let's close that. Let's go back to that. Let's see if I have anyone left in the room. Fuck no. Wow, Tyjo, did you even say bye? Because Tyjo doesn't usually abandon me like that. That's fan Kit Kat. You cannot do that while you're broadcasting. I will do what I want when I'm broadcasting. Okay. YouNow again. Oh man, it's gonna keep doing that shit. You tell me what I can't do on my broadcast. Let's see. Kitty Fantastic. Did I fan you? Search. Browsing. God dang it. Search. Oh, I'm spelling that wrong. Kitty. This profile does not have a description. Moments, discussion, fans. No moments. I think you're lying about that, computer. It's a cool ass background. Is it 2 a.m.? Shit. Ready to call it a fucking night. That's baby pics, dude. Baby isn't spelled babe. Interesting. She has nothing on her profile. Back save as. The hell? This makes no sense, but okay. And that makes no sense. Whoa. It's not what I want. fuck? It's interesting. What if that's really her? Dun, dun, dun. Okay. About to end this anyway. I'm like surfing the web and shit. Close this screen. Too much shit open. It's not even 2 a.m. yet. That's fine. Just leave.